All right, YouTubes, I decided I was going to do a commentary video along with the release of the original video just to give a little bit of context. It'll make maybe a little bit more sense because anybody can just slap a video up on the internet and throw some text up and have a UFO video. But I'm not sure what they are. But maybe if you're bored enough, you can listen and get a little more context to this little video I made. So this footage, I've been sitting on it since 2020 because I've actually been busy, been doing other stuff. So I just started releasing content again this year, and I was like, I should release that footage, especially with all the crazy stuff going on right now with the drones and everything else. I was like, you know what? Now would probably be an appropriate time to go ahead and release this. And it's not like spectacular, but it's weird. And once you see this stuff in person, whenever you see, I used to see videos like this on YouTube or wherever else, and I would think, that could easily be faked or CGI or whatever. So until you actually see it yourself, it's good to be skeptical and say, well, that could not be true, because that's the way I used to think until I actually saw it. So I let's get into it. So, just a little bit of context. So, in March of 2020, I ended up moving to Las Vegas. I was in New York City, so my work totally went away because I was working in live events. So, when you work in live events, that all that work just disappeared. So everything that was booked gone. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go out to Las Vegas, at least for a while, because that will be if their whole economy is entertainment. So moved out there, had work booked, and the governor ended up shutting. They were opening up, but then the governor ended up shutting down the state anyway, and that's a whole nother conversation. But while I was there, this was July of 2020. So the apartment that I got, it was on Paradise Road. It had a little balcony with a deck, and this would be facing, I think, east. Yeah, it was probably facing east. So it would be around 2 p.m., between 2 and 4 p.m., that I would see what it looked like, just a little white dot. It would just slowly go out to the sky, like through the sky, and it would just stop in one spot and hover there for about 5 to 10 minutes. And the first time I saw it, I got a couple photos of it. But then after that, after 5 to 10 minutes, then you would start seeing other ones, and then they would start moving, and I was like, all right, this is weird. So I was able to catch it on. At the time I was using an iPhone X, and I was shooting it in 4K and 60 frames a second. So I'm uploading the original video as high quality as possible because I tried to keep the same quality in case anybody wants to go through. All right, let's get into it. I got more crap to say. This is my first time doing one of these I had to download OBS. All right, so I give this a little bit of text, see description for more details. Oh yeah, this is important, that if you're viewing on a phone, you'll have to zoom in, because until I put this on a big screen, I didn't see hardly anything that I had actually captured. Now, if you really want to, and you don't have any other option, you can take your phone and zoom in with your fingers, and you'll see a little bit, but a full screen monitor, you'll see everything. And at the very end, I put all three clips the way I recorded them. Okay, so I think it was this one right here. It was either one of these two was the original one. It would fly over from left to right, so I guess it would be from north to south, and it would just stop and stay in one spot for 5 to 10 minutes. Then all of a sudden, then this stuff would start happening. Then you start seeing other ones, and let me go back a little bit, if possible. It's gonna let me. There we go. And when I was recording this, I probably didn't see a majority of these. And there's even more. If you go through frame by frame, you'll see other ones pop up all over the place. Yeah, I tried to zoom in with the camera. It didn't do anything. It just made it worse. So that's the view. So that was the view of, and yeah, bear with me because that's the full view. So I slowed it down because if you slow it down, it all happens pretty quick. And I used CapCut instead of Premiere because I didn't feel like using Premiere because it takes longer. CapCut is like the GarageBand of video editing. Let's see. So this next clip was super quick, the original. And so I just slowed it down all the way. And I'm telling you, I didn't see, I probably saw this one right here. I probably saw it and maybe one more. I didn't see all the other ones until I went and actually looked at it on a big monitor. 1, 2. There's 3. There's 4, 5, 6. Now this clip, this is the most interesting clip because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff's going every which way. And I think this was a different day than the last. I don't know how far the days were apart because it didn't just happen once. It would happen, you know, if not every day, a couple, because it was funny. I would go out, I would see this. So I was like, you know what? I took note of it. I was like, it was like 2 p.m. So I went out the next day, 2 p.m. And then it shows up at 3 p.m. I'm like, well, that's weird. This is reoccurring. So there is a Air Force base near this area. So it might have something to do with that. I'm not sure. So it starts out with this one. This is why I got my phone out and started recording. Because I probably saw one up over here. And I was like, well, I'll be ready this time. Because that was my mentality. It's like, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to get these suckers. I'm going to capture these things. Just for my own. I don't even care if anybody else believes me. Just for my own amusement. So, you got this guy right here. He starts out. And for the whole duration of this video, it flies all the way, I guess, going like south to north. And this right here is a plane. And you can see the contrail right there because being near an airport, you can always tell, you could almost look up the temperature and tell if you're going to, and see if you're actually going to see contrails or not. Humidity, and there's hardly any humidity in Las Vegas. So we got that there. I put that's a plane. Yeah, so this little guy pops up. Right there. Just pops up in and out of existence. See, right there. Let's do it. I'm just going frame by frame with the arrow keys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like bloop. Oh, we got bright there for a second. Let's go back a little bit. Right there. It's almost like these things are moving around, and then at certain points, they hit the reflection of the sun and get brighter. Because as you can see, I'm at the same angle. So why would they disappear and then appear? And then so that's the only thing that makes sense to me. Also, I wrote down there was a slight breeze this day, but it was not windy. It's just a little breeze. There's usually a little bit of a breeze in Vegas, but it was not like high winds this day at all. So see there, this pops up. And I'm not even sure if I saw that when I was trying to record this thing. There's another one pops up over here. All right, let's go back and revisit that a little bit. Let's go back a little bit more. All right, so this is where this thing first pops up. So here's what I'm curious. You would think maybe I would see it right here originally if it's going, I'm not sure. I would have to really look into it. But if it's going this direction, let's see. Maybe not. So we're going frame by frame. And it appears to be like rotating. There it gets really bright there towards it. See right there, and then this one appears right here. It's almost it's like space junk flying around. That was the first thing that came to mind. It's like this is space trash. It's not. They're not satellites. I see satellites all the time, especially where I'm living now, where there's less light pollution. You can go out any given night or morning, right before sunup or right after sundown, and you will see satellites, especially with all the Starlink satellites that are out there. And they're all so, but these are not this is the middle of the day. This is not satellites. Yeah, there's this one pops up. That might have been the same one from a second ago. Let's see, where's that? And what is that the same one from a minute ago? I'm going backwards right now. Maybe that is the same one from a second ago. Let's watch it. Okay, we have the weird spinning one flying around. Okay, so this one, it starts out here. Let's see if that's the same one that reappears up over here. Yep, that's the same one. And then here at the end, I almost missed this one when I was making the original edit. Right here at the end. Boop, this guy. Where is he going? Now that was a leaf. That was totally normal. Hold on, let's go back to there it is. That right there is a leaf. That leaf wanted to be part of the video. It didn't want to be left out. So I think what I do here, yeah, I get a little closer to the weird one. And I slowed it down a little bit. So it definitely looks like it's spinning. The only thing that makes sense, if it's not something weird, is if it... In New York, there used to be those balloons that would have at parties. Those big, shiny balloons. Wait. Yeah. So, and they would usually be like for birthday parties or stuff like that. And you would see them floating across the sky, but you knew what it was. You could look up, oh, that's a balloon flying across the sky. This does not look, and they did not fly this fast. Whatever the speed, and this is going in slow motion. Like right now, I slowed it down, I don't know, below a half, I think. That does not look, and it, let's go back a little bit. It does not look like a letter, because usually the ones you would see in New York, they would be like letters, like L or a K or something like that. This looks like trash. Like I said before, it's space trash. But it's tumbling, whatever it is. And then I zoomed in a little bit more. So hopefully, if anybody was just watching with their phone, they would at least be able to see this. There was one frame that I thought. You see how it's dark there? Why would it doesn't make sense to me why it wouldn't just be shiny all the time? Okay, there it's shiny. I'm going reverse, of course you can see. And then, a lot of people they watch stuff they don't know anything about video, so they watch things like a lot of the reptilian where they're trying to say this person's reptilian, watch their face morph. They just don't understand that video has problems, and especially at a distance, and especially dealing with digital. But this, okay, shiny, getting shiny. It's like almost like a piece of silver. But that's what's confusing to me is why it's shiny dark, unless part of it is not as reflective. Not sure. And then at the very end, I put all three. These are the way I filmed them. Totally original. Let's see. Okay, so let's go through these if I can. There we go. So now we're going frame by frame. So we start out, we have two. Actually, okay, we have 1, 2, 3. And 4 right here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 right here. Trying to see if any new ones pop up. Oh, there we go, 6. There's 6 right there. And like I said, they would start out just one, and then just give it a little time, the others start popping up. And this is it's like daytime stars at first. And I've seen this one other time. The first time I ever that's why I wasn't really that freaked out, because I've actually seen this before, and it was Brooklyn, New York. And I think it was 2012 or 2013, one of those 2 years, 14, 13, 12. So what I used to do, I would go and get coffee in the morning from a diner. There was a diner like a block away. And so this was a crystal clear, I think it was a early fall morning. I went to get coffee, and I was walking back. It was a perfect day. I was like, man, this is a really nice day. And I was just looking up. I was like, this is a nice day. And I look up, and it was the same crap that I'm seeing right here. But it was just one. It came over. It like went, flew, whatever you want to call it. It flew over slowly, then stopped in one place. And at that time, I was like, well, this could be NYPD drones, because they have drones that I'm sure that if any department has drones, it would be NYPD, like similar to like the military drones they use in Iraq and Afghanistan. So I thought maybe they're doing surveillance. So I was just watching it before I went inside. I was like, I'm just going to watch this for a minute. And then all of a sudden, it was like different ones started popping up. Same thing. And then they start moving, which is crazy. There would be like 2 moving, and then, let me do here. So there'd be 2 moving, and then they would just disappear, reappear down here, and be moving. Of course, it's up in the sky, but I digress. Now this one appears to be, is that moving now? Yeah. Or is that a new one? That's a new one. So now we got 3 down there. Right down here. And that's when I tried to zoom in. I was like, whoa, I got to get a better look at this. And of course, all it did was nothing. I would have kept filming, but I honestly only saw that one. Now let's see. I don't think it captures anything when I'm zooming back out. Believe it or not, I'm actually going frame by frame right now. We're not just looking at a blue screen. I wouldn't waste your time that badly. Just a little bit. Yeah, because once you zoom out enough, it doesn't capture anything. And here's a funny story. I used to have this meth head neighbor that lived upstairs. He was the worst. He was the loudest, most obnoxious person ever. This dude set himself on fire in the hallway. They had the security had to put him out with the fire extinguisher. I don't know how much meth you have to do to want to set yourself on fire, but apparently he did that amount. And let's move on. So this one, let's start at the very first frame. All right, we got the one right down here. And I'm sure there's better ways to do what I'm doing right now, but I don't care. Right there, there's that one right there. So we're now up to 2. Now we got 3 right here. There's 4 right there. This guy. And then you can barely see 5. And I think that one's a new one. We're at 6 now. This one right here. So 6 total, unless I missed one. This is the one where when I would go back, I would keep finding more. And it starts out with this one right here. So let's go through. We're going through frame by frame. So we still just have the one. And it was tricky when I first started watching this video because I wanted to focus on the one that was I was mainly able to see, and I would miss the other ones that would flash and pop up. And I'm sure at one point I went through and looked at everything frame by frame, but that was 5 years ago. So we still just have the same one. And here's our plane coming in. That's an actual plane. Still just have our one coming through. It's tricky because I'm trying to look at the entire screen instead of just one spot. It's kind of like trying to catch a shooting star at night. If you're not looking at the exact spot, you'll miss it. Or you'll just barely see it out of the corner of your eye. There. Now we have the 2. This one just pops out of nowhere. Welcome to the party. Now we still have our 2. Wait, did I just see one? Am I seeing things? Thought I saw one down by the trees, but I guess not. Ultra slow-mo. So we still have our 2. This is boring. I can sing for you. Looking for UFOs. We are looking for UFOs. Lights in the daytime skies. Is that the same one? That's the same one from before. This one right there. The Ramones had a good song about UFOs called 00 UFOs. 00 UFOs. I think Dee Dee Ramone wrote that one. All right, one frame at a time. We still have our one. The other one disappeared. So the plane's already almost out of view by the chimney thing, whatever that is up there. Not a chimney. They don't have chimneys in Vegas. They have HVAC units. Oh, here we go. So what is that and what is that? Oh, that's the one coming in. So it's almost like at the same time we got the weird one coming in and this one appears over here. Now what I'm looking for, so we already know about the two in the bottom right hand corner. And I hope my PIP does not cut out this. No, it's not going to cut it out. But it might have cut out. If I cut out something else we were looking at, I'm not redoing this video. So let's see if am I covering it up? Yeah, I'm covering it up. There's another one right below my picture here. My picture in picture is covering up. There's another one slightly below that. But if you go to the original video, you can see all of this without me yapping. And I think if people, well, a lot of people, they don't want to be on the internet or known when they post these type of things, but I've been playing in bands for years. I'm all over the internet, so I don't care. And I don't care what these things are. I'm at that point. Let's get crazy with these things. I mean, it's probably China or honestly, my personal opinion, if somebody put a gun to my head and said you have to guess correctly what these things are on this that I saw in 2020, and if you don't guess correctly, you're done for, I would say military. I would say US military, Air Force, Space Force. Now, I'm not sure about that because I really don't know, but if I had to guess, that's what I would guess. I think you can probably see it now. Yeah, right above. What I'm looking for, I thought there was one. It just blips in like one frame. It might have been the other video. But this one's still continuing on. That's the very first one from the very beginning. Just making its way south to north. There we go. So right here. But I think this one continues on. We got a little blip right there. But if you're watching on a phone, good luck because you can't see any of this stuff with a phone. When I first took the footage and I was looking on my phone, I didn't see anything. I was like, man, I didn't catch anything. And I was like, you know what? I'll throw it on a computer screen just for the hell of it. And I was like, there is something there. And we're nearing the end. Just trying to see if something blips. No blips. Still just have our two right here and right here. And make sure leave in the comments what you think these things are. Space trash, aircraft, unknown. And leave a like. If I helped you kill whatever 10, 15 minutes and it was better than me not helping you kill 10, 15 minutes, leave a like, subscribe. If you want to. No more little blippies. It's almost out of reach. Right there. So that right there, there's one that I was talking about. This is one I didn't see before because it just blips in and out of reality. I'll put my cursor right where to look. Look right here. There it is. It's only in for like 4 or 5 frames. And there's another one. Look, right here. What are these things? What is this? That's what I don't understand. It's space trash. It's gotta be. Now I'm going backward. Okay, so this is weird. Check this out. So, okay, I just went back. Okay, before. So now I'm going to go forward. Wait, I was going forward. Sorry. The left or right? So that's the same one. So let's follow it. Okay, so it starts out like right here. So keep watching right there. There it is. Pops in. And there's still there. Wait. I thought I saw a different one. Maybe not. So that one I missed originally. Well, what is this? Oh, I think I did put a little circle around that one on the original video. I think this is the very end. But like I said, I do not know what these things are. If you know, have an idea, or just want to make a guess, feel free to leave the comment. I will read. Whoa, what is this? I think maybe I did put a circle around that one right here. Yeah, I did on the original video. There's the leaf. We got our little leaf. And I think that's about it, unless we got one more. Trying to be sneaky. Come on, sneaky little orbs, whatever they are. Nope, that's it. That is all she wrote. But, yeah, that's all I had written down. Oh, that same summer, me and my buddy, we went up to, he was originally from New York, but he had moved out to Vegas years earlier. But we rode up to Area 51 and didn't see anything. Nothing weird. The weirdest thing was like these open cattle crossings. It's where like the pasture, the road is literally part of where the cows, they get free range. So you got to be careful not to hit cows when you're driving up there. But didn't see anything weird. We were able to get close enough to where you could kind of see the gate, and that little bar there, the little alien or whatever it was called, it was closed because of COVID. And all I wanted to do was go up and have one beer just to say I had a beer there, but unfortunately that was not possible. But yeah, didn't see anything weird, but it was definitely worth the trip. It's way out there, and I gotta say, if I were gonna build a top secret military installation, it would be there. It's out in the middle of nowhere. You're driving for like 3 hours through nothing. So, well, anyway, thanks for joining me. Oh, you know what? If you made it to the end of this video, the secret code word is sucralose. Whatever, sucralose. That'll be the secret word. Put that in the comment if you actually made it to the end of this video. And even if you cheated, even if you skimmed through to the end of the video, that's fine too. Sucralose, which is a artificial sweetener for those that might not know that. All right. That was one take. Done. And I'm not recording that again. Thanks for joining me. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment, but I don't know what more I could answer you except that's what I saw. Bye.